to steer them, to give some kind of an authority, to make those rules work, to bring people together, sometimes put money into it, sometimes take money out. I've worked in many organizations and communities which went very bad, and they ended up like this, just shuttered and dead. Especially if people try to make structure. I've worked in a political NGO, for example, which ended up in terrible fights over who was the chairman and who was in charge and who was the treasurer. And everybody wanted to have the power, nobody wanted to do any work. They would have endless fights over authority, but not actually do constructive work. And because the rules were set up in such a way, we couldn't stop these conflicts. The rules were designed almost to create those conflicts, because this is a really laborious process for electing presidents and incredibly complicated. So the result was that every good person got burnt out and left, and only the real idiots were still there after a while. And it was very painful for people involved. Good communities, like this is a good community, this is Manhattan, and it's self-organizing and it's incredibly fun and lively. Consensus just emerges. You don't need to have anyone in charge. There may be a nominal authority, but they're not really in charge. In no way that the Mayor Bloomberg is in charge of New York. New York is a huge city full of people, and they're all in charge of their own lives to some extent. And the politics may be present, but it's not visible almost. The real focus is on work, on activity, on doing stuff, on getting stuff done, and on solving problems. And discussion only happens as a kind of a commentary. You won't get people theorizing about what we're going to have for lunch. Like, let's have a half an hour discussion about what pizza we're going to choose. No, we go to the pizzeria, we order pizza, we eat it, we go back to work. It's very straightforward and very direct. And we see this in our communities. The amount of upfront discussion is almost zero. People just do stuff. It's what you would expect in real life, it's what we